Hi guys, it's me Grace, and today I'm going to be giving you guys 10 ways to organize your bookshelves. Some of these are going to be classic ways to organize your shelves, and some of them are going to be super unique and weird, different ways to organize. I did rearrange my shelves already, and because of that, I'm going to begin with this method. Okay. First way to organize your bookshelf is, of course, by color. There's a few ways you can organize your bookshelves by color. The most obvious way is to do it in rainbow order. This is a really great and aesthetically pleasing way to organize your shelves if you are a bookstagrammer. It might not be very practical if you don't remember books by their color. If you're a more visual person, this is definitely great for you. Another way to organize your books by color, which is not necessarily very practical, but very, very different and unique, is to do a black and white theme. The problem with a rainbow bookshelf is you have got lots of books, most likely, that have black spines, white spines, gray, and brown. So, of course, you can just do sections with those colors, or you could get a little creative and different with it and do a black and white bookshelf. The way you do this is take all of your colored books like this here behind me, and to flip them on into the inside so that their pages are showing, and then you can do lots of different types of designs with a black and white bookshelf. For me, what I really want to try is doing a checkers bookshelf, so I'll be doing a black spine, a white spine, black spine, white spine, every other one. So here are the black and white bookshelves. This one was a little bit harder than I thought it would be. I didn't film myself doing it just because it took a lot of me just like sitting there and figuring it out. It wasn't just like an easy boom boom on the shelf type of thing. This is really great for people who have a lot of black and white books. I actually found out that I don't have a lot of black and white books because the only shelves that I could fill were these top 4 here. So yeah, for the bottom I just did the inside pages. I'll just show you. So those are color. Let's move to the next classic way to organize your shelf, which is by alphabetizing them. I will not be alphabetizing my books today because it's something I know I will never ever organize my bookshelves by. However, I think it is really, really great for a lot of people, so hear me out. There's 3 different ways that you can organize your bookshelves by alphabetizing them. First is by title, next is by author, and last is by publishing house. Title is the most obvious way to alphabetize your books, and it's really, really great if you are really just using your bookshelves in a more practical way and don't really care about how they aesthetically look. Also, if you don't really care about having series together. It does take a really long time to alphabetize your books though, so be prepared for that. Having it by author, if I was to alphabetize my books, I would definitely do it by author because that keeps series together. It looks a little bit more aesthetically pleasing that way because a lot of times an author's books will be very similar in style on the spine. Publishing house is kind of the same thing where you can keep series together, and also a lot of publishing houses have the same types of style and same prints at the bottom. I'll show you an example. We've got square fish right here, their little symbol here, and this will be on all of their books around the same place. This is a great way to organize your shelves if you are a booktuber and you're working with publishing houses a lot, or you buy from a lot of the same publishing house. If you're a big HarperCollins fan and you buy all your books from there, it's going to look really great. But if you do have a lot of random books that are not from the same publishing houses, this is not going to be the way for you. The next classic kind of way to organize your shelf, and my favorite way to organize your shelf, oh my god, it's my favorite thing ever. I will probably be switching my shelves back to this after this whole little experiment that we've got going on here. And that is to organize your shelves by read and unread, as well as by genre. I'm gonna count these as two separate ones because they could be used, you know, in different ways. By the way, all of these ways that I'm telling you guys right now can be used in combination with one another. You could organize yourselves by genre and also by rainbow order within that genre, or alphabetizing within that genre, whatever. For me, I personally really enjoy keeping my TBR shelf, my to be read shelf, my unread books separate from the books I have read already. But that's just a personal preference, and my favorite way to organize is definitely read and unread and then organizing by genre. My brain just works really well that way. It just always looks so good. It's just practical but also aesthetically pleasing. It gives me a lot of freedom in how I decorate and arrange the actual books on the shelf, which I'll do a separate video on, so make sure you're subscribed if you're not already, because I'll definitely come out with that video soon. Yeah, organizing by genre is my absolute favorite way. Next, you can organize them by either size or hardback versus paperback. It's kind of all similar. This is great if you love the look aesthetically of a super even shelf that goes like this. Not the best way if you like to do kind of different things with your decorating of your shelves or have your books stacked horizontally or facing outwards, etc. But if you do like the look of just an even plane across your shelves, this is gonna be great for you. This is a great way to organize your shelves if used in combination with something else. Otherwise, it's gonna be pretty random and crazy, so I would definitely consider, you know, maybe organizing by genre, and then within genre, you do it by size. Not necessarily very great for on its own. It's gonna be hard to find stuff. So let's move away from the more classic ways of organizing your shelf and go into some really kind of different, quirky ways to organize your shelf. The first way is randomly. This is for those of you who don't really care about having an organizational system, are super lazy, and just want to get your books up. You don't have to have any organizational system with a bookshelf. For me, that would drive me absolutely crazy and I would hate that. But for many people, it's not important to them and they just want to put their books up there, and let this be me giving you permission to do that. You don't have to organize your books in any particular way. You don't have to have series together. You don't have to have authors together. You don't have to do it by color or anything. You can just literally throw your books up there in a random order. This next one might not sound very unique and quirky, but trust me, it's very different. And that is to organize your bookshelves chronologically. There is two different ways that you can organize your bookshelves chronologically. The first way and most common way is to organize them by when they were published. This is going to be great for those of you who have smaller bookshelves and more minimalistic kind of way with your books, and can actually look up every book when it was published, or actually find the date when it was published on the book. But for those of you who have lots and lots of books, it's going to take a very long time to do this, but if it calls to you, it calls to you. The next way to organize yourself chronologically is to do it based on when the story was set. You got like some historical fiction? Oh, this is for you. This is great for readers who like nonfiction and contemporary books, books that were set in our worlds. For those of us who like fantasy books and poetry books and other books that don't really specify when the story took place, it's going to be a lot harder for you to organize your bookshelves this way. But it is super different and it might work for some of you guys. The next way to organize your shelf is by goodness. So if you're going to do this, I recommend splitting your shelves into books you have not read and books that you have read. And to organize it by, like with your TBR shelf, you'll put the books that you're most excited to read at the very top of your shelf and go down the line there. And then for your read books, you can use your Goodreads ratings there, or just what you remember as your favorite books in one area and going down the list there. It's really cool to see all your favorite books in one place and all the books that you're super excited to read in one place. The downside to this though with your TBR shelf is the books that you want to read the most are constantly changing based off of your mood and the time in your life. So if you want this to be super updated all the time, you might have to be switching around your TBR shelf a lot, which could be a lot of work. So something to note there. The last way, and probably my favorite way out of all of these, not the way that I'm necessarily going to keep my books, because I love organizing my books by genre, as we can all gather from this video. But one of the coolest ways that I found, I did not come up with this myself, I found it on a blog, and I'm sure many people organize their books this way, and that is to organize your bookshelves secretly. So kind of like how I was talking before with organizing your books with a black and white theme and turning the books so that the spines are facing inwards and you can just see the pages. You're going to do that with all of your books so that you can't see the titles and you don't know which book is where. I think this is such a cool way to organize your TBR shelf, because then you can just pick out a book from the shelf and not know what it is, and it's kind of a cool way to decide which book you're going to read next. And I just think it's such a magical idea for some reason. I just really, really love it. So I'm going to be trying that out right now. I am definitely going to be making a video on how to decorate your shelves and how to arrange the actual books on the shelf, different ways that you can utilize all of this space. So make sure you're subscribed so you get that video. I'll also be doing a bookshelf tour soon. If you liked this video, another one that you would definitely be interested in watching is my rearranging my entire bookshelf video that will be linked down below in the description box. That video is when I moved and I had to bring all my books with me, and I organized my books by genre in that video. So if you want to see me organizing my books that way, you can watch that video. It's a really fun video. I really recommend watching it actually. It's one of my favorite videos that I've ever made. Make sure you are subscribed for more bookish videos every other Sunday here on Happy Reading. And guys, don't be afraid to reach out to me. I try to respond to every single DM that I get, every single comment that I get. If I don't respond to you, it's because for some reason I didn't see it, not because I didn't want to. And I really love making new bookish friends, so definitely don't be afraid to comment down below. I'll leave a little prompt question so that we can kind of have a discussion down there. I hope this video was helpful for you guys, and I did want to say a few things about the current state of the world with this coronavirus happening. I thought this was a good video to upload right now since a lot of you guys are probably stuck at home and it's something good and positive to do. I hope you guys are safe. A little update on me. I am safe and my family is safe. I don't have any friends who have gotten the virus. However, many of my friends and family have been very negatively impacted by the state of the economy right now. So I just wanted to kind of let you guys know that I was safe, and definitely let me know how you guys are doing down below, because I really, really care about you guys. Booktube and Bookstagram has really become a second family for me online, and I'm very, very, very grateful to it in this time where I'm kind of trying to stay home more. And we all need our communities right now. So I hope you guys are staying safe and healthy. I hope your families are doing okay. And yeah, just let me know how you're doing down below. It's a very, very scary and serious situation, but the best thing that we can do right now is to isolate ourselves, stay calm, get plenty of sleep, drink plenty of water, eat well, all those things. So the stress is really going to put you more at risk. So make sure you're doing some calming activities, like watching some happy reading videos. Anyway guys, I just wanted to address that before I ended this video. I hope you guys enjoyed and found it helpful, and I will talk to you guys next time. Happy reading. Bye.